All right, what is up, guys? It says that I'm live. This is my first time ever, so this should be really exciting. And whoever shows up, thank you. What is up, guys? It says that I'm live. This is my first time ever, so this should be really exciting. And whoever shows up, thank you. What is up, guys? It says All right, let's try this again. All right, so I need to know if my audio is working right now. This is so crazy. I don't know how y'all do this. I need to know if my audio is working right now. All right, it looks like it's working. So this may be a practice run for your girl because I don't know about going live. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this show on the road. All right, guys. So if you happen to pop in while it's a little late, that's all right. We'll probably just delete this and run it another time. Anyway, I'm your credit solutionist, owner of PX Credit Solutions, where we help you secure your financial future today. I am also the author of the free Rapid Repair mini ebook, as many of you know. Definitely go ahead and download it at the links below here on the ticker whenever you get a chance. It's going to help you to supercharge your credit within the first 90 days of using the strategies that are listed. All right. Okay. Now, this is going to be a little loosey-goosey and kind of weird, guys, because I have never done this before. Now, if you are here, I see a couple of y'all said hello. Hey, Epstein's ghost. I don't know if I can say that and still stay on. Hopefully we don't get flagged on this video. But anyway, what I wanted to tell you guys is that I'm seeing a whole lot of like credit repair videos out there and like credit card videos that are making it seem like it's super easy to start like right at the very top tier of credit. And I have to let you guys know that is totally not possible if you are, say, a client of mine and you've been struggling with your credit for a while. I'm going to show you exactly what I did in my credit card journey, my credit repair journey, all that stuff. Okay. I'm going to share with you what is in my wallet. And if you are here, I'm so glad that you are. And if you feel comfortable, drop your city and state or wherever you're located. All right. So what I want you to know about credit repair is that if you are thinking about getting started, you need to start literally right now. Right now. I don't care if you have a 400. I don't care if you have a 570. You need to start right now. Okay. I'm not too sure what you're waiting for because there really is never going to be a perfect time for you to start your journey. So what I want to be honest about and straightforward about with credit repair is that credit repair is not easy, right? It's simple when you think about the strategy, but as far as doing it, it's not easy. What is easy is rebuilding your credit and adding positive lines and things like that. That part is easy. It's extremely easy. So I want to just let you guys know that if you're in that process and you're a little intimidated about getting started, you need to know that right now is the time. All right. So that's why I want to do this video. Now, if you are thinking about where to start your journey, I'm going to tell you how I started mine and the first steps that you need. So yeah. This is loosey-goosey, guys. All right. The first thing you need to know is where you stand. Okay. What's your credit like? Do you have a lot of collections? Are you looking to get credit cards, loans, all that kind of stuff? What is your ultimate goal, right? Is your ultimate goal to buy a house? Okay, that's going to change how you start repairing your credit and how you start building your credit. Do you just want to get a car? Okay, that's going to change how you repair your credit too, and the strategy that we would give you. So that's the first thing. You need to know where you stand and what your goals are. We talked about pain points and knowing exactly why you want to repair your credit in one of my previous videos I released this week. Now, the first thing that you need to do once you figure out where you actually stand is to get yourself started. Now, no matter what part of your journey that you're on, this is the first place you need to start. And this is what I did. I went and I got a secured credit card. As a lot of y'all know, my credit was beat up a few years ago. And I was watching a video on YouTube like a lot of you are doing and getting some free information. And that's where I started. So this is the first card I ever got. And this is my Westcom Credit Union secured credit card. Now, what I would say is if you're in the first steps of your credit repair journey, get a secured credit card. If you have a bank account, go into your bank Monday, next Saturday, whenever you go, and you need to open up a secured credit card ASAP. The reason you want to do that is because your bank is always going to monitor your credit on the low. And if you build good payment history with a secured credit card, they are going to start to see that you are credit worthy. And eventually the card is going to unsecure. And then they are going to basically start offering you lines of credit. Secured credit is definitely a way to go for a lot of people. There are quite a few people on the internet that say that you should not do secured credit. However, I am not one of them. I'm actually developing a course right now where we're going to talk about why secured credit is the best thing for you. Now, there's a few downsides to this particular card, and it is because the card itself did have a max for the amount that I could put on it. So that's the only downside that I would say for this card. The interest rate was great. It was with my bank. Like I said, I'm with the credit union. I recommend credit unions rather than regular banks, but whatever works for you. It also depends on what's in your area. Now, that was the first thing that I did. And I'm basically sharing this information with you so you know pretty much everybody on the internet that had bad credit but now has good credit, they all pretty much started here, whether they tell you or not, okay? You usually don't see the part of their journey where they had bad credit, but I'm open, so I'm going to share that with you. Now, I am right now sitting at a cool 773, right? So this is why I want you guys to know. Anytime you get anywhere above 720, you're pretty much good to go. You don't really need to worry about whether or not you're going to qualify for the next credit card that you get. There's a few other factors that go into whether or not you're going to get that credit card. It's not just your credit score. There's other stuff, but we're not going to talk about that today because I'm really just here to show you what's in my wallet. Now, after I got my secured credit card, this is what happened next. I ended up getting a subprime unsecured line. Now, that was after about 3 months of having this one. I had good payment history. The credit bureau saw it, yada, yada, yada. So I started getting credit card offers in the mail, which was kind of interesting. But once that happened, I got this one here, which we talked about in another video, which is my Merrick card. I don't know if you guys can see that, but this card is trash. Okay. Now, I deserved to have a trash credit card because my credit was trash at the time. Okay. So if you start to notice when you start repairing your credit, I'm going to be honest with you, you are going to get trash offers in the very beginning. Okay. We're talking about the first 9 months to the first year. It's going to happen. Just get the card, suck it up, and just be okay with it. All right. Because all you're doing is you're building your history. That's all you're doing. Okay. Anyway, this was first and then this was second. Now, this one is actually no longer in my wallet. I actually closed this and ended up getting the money back. So that was really great. Merrick, this one, definitely a closed card because it's trash. The rates are horrible. And it has a $36 annual fee, I believe. And the balance or the credit line is really low. It was only $1,400. So that was trash. All right. Now, the one thing that I want to tell you guys is that you need to not follow the crowd when you're doing your credit repair journey. Because a lot of people online will have you convinced that you're supposed to be applying for all of these Chase credit cards and, you know, whatever else is popular out there, American Express and all this stuff. The one thing that I need you to do is look at your own credit and where you stand before you go out there applying for a whole bunch of stuff. You also need to pay attention to who is telling you to apply for these credit cards. If it's somebody online that already is like in the high 700s and this person is making money off of promoting credit cards to you online, you are not that person, okay? Your credit situation is specific to you. And because of that, you need to apply for cards that are specific to you, okay? So look at the channels, take them with a grain of salt, and then apply the knowledge that you're getting to your situation. Case in point, when I did that, I knew right out of the gate that I wasn't going to be getting American Express. I already knew that. When I was like 9 months into my journey, no, American Express was not knocking on my door. But you know who was? Capital One. So I went ahead and got this Capital One credit card. That was my third credit card in my credit repair journey. And this is the Capital One Platinum. Obviously, I'm blocking certain information because I don't want y'all to see everything. And this card had, I think, a $3,000 credit line on it. Not sure what the interest rate is, but it is currently still in my wallet. I don't use it. It's really just there so I can have some padding in my credit report. So that's what that is. Next, I ended up getting a Discover It. If you're old school like me, you know that Discover used to really only be for food. And I don't know if it was for travel or not, but like back in the 90s, 80s, all that, Discover was big because a lot of food chains and stuff took it. This was a restaurant card. But now it's for everything. You can do, I think they have like a student card, a secured card. They have all kinds of stuff. Anyway, this is something that's in my wallet. I told y'all my credit cards are basic as heck. Okay. But yeah, this is one that's in my wallet right now. And then also I want to remind y'all too, when you get credit cards, you're not looking at it only for what your credit situation is specifically, but once you get into cards that have rewards and stuff like that, you want to think about what kinds of rewards you're going to use as a credit card holder. Do you want to get like double cash? Do you want cash back? Do you want miles? Do you want hotel stays? Like, what is it exactly that you want that credit card for that has all those points? Now, for me, around this part of my credit card journey, which was probably like, I think 2 years, maybe about 2 years in, is when I decided to start my company. So I knew at that point, all right, if I have a credit repair company that I'm building, then there's probably like, I need to have a different strategy for my credit card application, like the applications that I'm putting in basically. So I thought to myself, okay, it's time now to kind of use credit in my favor. And what I ended up doing was, I saw this one was really popular at the time. So I got a Citi double cash card. Obviously, again, blocking out certain information on this card. And this card is great because it actually does give you cash back. So I think it's like 1.5 or something like that for every dollar spent or every dollar that you pay, something like that. I don't know. Go to Credit Shifu's page or something like that. He'll break it down for you even better. But I decided that if I was going to keep applying for credit cards, that I was going to basically get something that had points on it, right? So that was that. And like I said, I told y'all my wallet is very basic. I think the most specific or special thing about me is that I have business credit now. But as far as my consumer credit, I keep it simple. And that's basically what you need to be doing. I feel like a lot of y'all are trying to start off a little too high in the journey. And when you're not getting the approvals, you're getting bummed out. And the thing is, if you keep applying for cards that you don't qualify for, you're only going to throw yourself in the hole deeper because you're going to be looking for, basically you're going to get a ton of inquiries on your credit report, which is going to throw you deeper into the bad credit hole because you're really not going to be able to get anything. And I want you guys to know, like, the people that, you know, are online talking about all these credit card products and things like that, a lot of them are in that spot too, because you can only apply for so many Chase cards before Chase is going to tell you no. And it doesn't matter if you have an 800 credit score. They're going to tell you no because you've been applying for 1,000 cards. They have a 524 rule that you guys need to look up. So be mindful of what you're applying for, because if your idea is that you want to stay within the Chase products, then you should know, okay, I probably don't need to apply for 1,000 other cards that I really don't care about, because once you get all those cards, Chase is going to deny you. Okay. And I'm speaking from experience. It's like, I remember, I think like a year ago, or it might have been no, it was 2019. In 2019, I went to Chase and I think I tried to apply for, I don't know, it was an ink or something. It was something that wasn't like super duper high, but it wasn't super duper low either. And Chase was just flat out like, nah. And I called the reconsideration line and they even said it too. They were like, no. Like, what are you doing? Get out of here. Like, I'm sorry, you have too many inquiries on your report. We're not doing it. I don't care. Now, mind you, I have a business account with Chase. And I think at the time I had a checking account with them and an IRA. So even though I was an existing customer, they would not bend with their 524 rule. So again, I know y'all, I talk a lot, but I'm just saying, be mindful of what products you want when you get this credit repair journey started, because applying for a ton of stuff in the beginning is going to hinder you when you start applying for the really prime credits later. Okay. Just want to make that clear. All right. Another word about if you're just starting out, you need to understand that you don't need to go apply for everything under the sun, because really when you're just starting, I would say you don't need any more than maybe 3 credit cards, if that. And then maybe an installment, like some kind of installment loan. I would probably do that, like a self-lender. You could probably do, what is it, that My Jewelers Club that everybody loves? You could do something like that. And then that's really it. You just want to show a potential lender that you're good at paying revolving, which changes every month, based on whatever your balance is. And then you also want to show a lender that you can be trusted making a dedicated payment every single month, which is an installment. So an installment's like a car note. Your car note is the exact same amount every single month. So it is really good to show a lender that you can make a payment like that consistently, along with something that varies every month, like a revolving. So I hope that makes sense, So like I said, I would start off with maybe 3 credit cards and then get an installment loan or something like that. Okay. Let's see. Thanks for anybody that's hanging out. This is great. This is my first live stream ever, so I'm probably just chatting. Thanks, Vu Win. Did I say that right? It's Win or New Win. But I think it's Win, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, thanks for coming by if you're still here. I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you guys for rocking with me on my first one. This is crazy. I don't even know how people do this. It's so crazy. All right. Now, let's see what else is in my wallet here. This is probably going to be over really fast because I just wanted to show you what's here. The next thing, because again, I am a business owner. Like I said, Premier Excellence LLC. I think somebody in my last video was challenging me and asking me oh, I think you're a scammer, da, 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 da. No, guys, go to the website below, search me. Our company's legit. We got this. But anyway, this is the next one that I got. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's a flyer card. This is American Airlines, but this is a Citibank card, but it's a travel card. So I got this one because I knew I was going to be traveling quite a bit, whether it was for work or leisure. It didn't matter. I was basically going to be traveling. So I figured, you know what, if I'm going to travel, I might as well get points for it. So the reason I got this one was for that reason. I want to say when I got this card, I might have been somewhere in at about 720-ish or something like that. I didn't seek out this card. They sent me the offer in the mail a ton of times. And once you, start with your journey, give yourself a couple months and you'll start to see the offers are going to come. You know what I mean? And once they come, be selective. Don't just apply for any old thing. Like I said, I'm at a point now, I can start looking at points cards and all that other stuff, but I'm not going to apply for points just because some YouTuber told me to. I'm going to apply for the stuff that I want that is specific to my life, right? I, for one, I'm not sure how I feel about them now after 2020, but I love American Airlines. Okay. Whenever I fly, I only fly American Airlines. So I figure, why not have their credit card? Right. I like their business. And I like the airline. So, it's pretty cool. All right. So that's the one that I got there. And I think, oh, this one's a whopper. Let me tell you guys what I did with this one. When I first got this card, I believe it was $2,500. And then I think I applied for an extension, an increase, guideline increase, and I want to say they gave me like 4,000 or something. But the second time that I did it, they went ahead and they gave me $10,000. So this one has $10,000 on it, and I want to say that that was about after having it for like a year and a half, I think, is what happened. So, hey, Mentor Shelly, girl, how you doing? Thank you so much for stopping by, and I can't wait to see you go live, Miss Lady. That would be awesome. Anyway, yeah, this one, $10,000, you guys. So believe the hype when they tell you to get a decent credit card and then give yourself a few months of payment history and then go for the guideline increase. Now, the guideline increase, I mean, there's a lot that goes on with that because that helps you bring your utilization down. That's a whole nother trick that we'll talk about on another video. But once you start getting good cards like this, go ahead and work the guideline increase angle. All right. Next, let's see. And anybody that's watching in the chat, I mean, you could tell us if you have a credit card that you like, like I said, mine are very basic. None of my credit cards are really anything that fancy. For some reason, like I said, everybody thinks these YouTubers that talk credit are all doing all of the grandiose, crazy credit cards. No, American Express sends me applications every couple of months. I don't want another American Express card. I do have one that I'm going to share with you guys, but I don't see the point because at the end of the day, I'm not too sure that I like the idea of having to pay a $450 annual fee every year. I'm not at a place where I think that that's advisable, even for me. Like I just wouldn't do it. Just because you have the money to do it doesn't mean that you have to. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't condone going on an application spree. Every card that I have here was obtained over about a 4-year period. I just want you guys to know. But anyway, here's my American Express that I have. And that's the Hilton Honors, the coveted Hilton Honors. I know you guys hear a lot about this one. This is just their basic card because I haven't decided to bump it up yet. I have used my rewards on this. I actually used this to travel to a convention. I think it was back in 2019. But anytime that I'm in an area where I'm traveling, if I don't want to do Airbnb, then I'll do a Hilton or one of their affiliated hotels. Now, this is really a great way to get yourself into the American Express family. Okay. And there's a lot of weird stuff going on with American Express right now because they used to be, and they still are, a very prestigious credit card company. Don't get me wrong. But I am noticing that American Express is making themselves available to the average consumer because I forget what bank it is, but it's a subprime lender that now has an American Express product. And the only reason I know that is because one of my credit repair clients actually asked me if they should sign up for this. And I said, you know what? You might as well do it because if American Express is going to send you an application, and yes, it's a subprime credit card, I understand, but at least you're getting your foot in the door with American Express. Go ahead and do it. It's totally fine. Okay. Because I will tell you, when I first got this offer, I was pretty happy. I was like, okay, this is my one foot in the door with American Express. So I'm going to take it. And since I got this card, I will tell you that, there we go. Once I got the card, it was funny. American Express actually did send me 2 different credit card offers after that. They sent me that one, whatever that everyday card is, the one that's like blue and it's like clear. They sent me an application for that one. And then I also got an application for the platinum card. And I was like, you know what? I don't even think I want to do that yet. Like, I kind of like the idea of having a basic wallet, if I'm being honest with you, because I don't know. I don't know. I'm already in the American Express family. I'm good. I'm good. All right. So I'm almost done, guys, too. Thanks for listening to me. Now, the next one I got, this was really just a vindication kind of thing. I went ahead and I got a gold HSBC credit card. I would tell you their online platform sucks. I'm sorry, HSBC is horrible. But the reason I say it's vindication is because this was a company that I owed, I think, about $3,000 to when I first started messing up my credit. And because I waited over 7 years, y'all, for this debt to disappear. I don't advise you do that, but that's what I did. HSBC is nowhere on my credit report at all, except for this new card. But yeah, it was vindication for me because after messing up with them so bad, I don't know if they just didn't have me in their system anymore or what. I'm like, why are y'all offering me credit? Like, do you understand? Somewhere deep down in like the pits of hell, I still owe you money. So please don't go back in your tax records, HSBC, because I still owe y'all money. Anyway, all right. So that's the one I got with them. And then small bank cards. I do think that y'all should get small bank cards too, because you do have a better chance of getting higher limits if you go with smaller banks. And I don't know if somebody's still here. Can you tell me if the audio is okay? Anybody, if you're there? I just want to make sure that I'm not like yelling into the mic here. Okay. So, well, y'all will let me know, I guess, if you can't hear me. All right. So the next thing I would recommend, like I said, is to go with small banks because, again, you have a better chance of getting a higher credit limit. Because I really do think that community banks and like smaller banks in your city will give you a chance, as long as your credit is decent and maybe you have another account with them or something. What I did, oh, thank you guys. Thank you so much. All right. Anywho, this is a small bank where I live in Los Angeles, but it's not a small bank, I guess, in the state that it's in. But I have a regular platinum credit card, and I think it's a MasterCard or something. It's a MasterCard with First Bank. So this is a good one, guys. This is another one where I have a $10,000 limit. And this was another one where I used the strategy of getting the card. When I first got it, I think it was $3,500. And then I went and I applied and got $7,000. And then last year in 2020, because I knew that credit was going to be harder to get, as soon as the pandemic, oh God, can we say that word, guys? As soon as the pandemic hit, I went ahead and said, you know what, they're probably going to be a little sketch about giving people credit. So I went ahead and applied and they extended it another $3,000. Now with First Bank, I want to say they're based out of Minnesota, I believe. So there's not a ton of these banks in my state, but everywhere that I've seen one is a pretty prominent area. Like I think the one that's closest to me is in Beverly Hills or something. So I figured, you know what? I'll go ahead and bank with these people. And what I might be doing soon is opening up another business account with them. But this is a regular consumer credit card. All right. So another $10,000 limit card. Okay. And again, that was just from asking for increases. All right. 2 more and then we're done. Oh, no. Sorry, guys. 4 more. So I'm going to go fast. Next one is City Simplicity. Okay. This is whatever. I think it gives points or something. I don't even know. I just like Citi. I like banking with Citi for some reason. They're pretty much the majority of what's in my wallet on my consumer side. So with this one, I think it might be a cashback card. I would actually have to look into it. But yeah, this one here. And I think it has 7,000 on it, if I'm not mistaken. All right. And then... And as far as the cards that I have, like, do any of you guys have any of these, or am I like the only person that has these credit cards? Because I told y'all my wallet is very basic because at this point, I really just want to have the credit there and have the payment history and all that stuff. So, and a little bit of background too. Like I went from not having credit for like, God, how many years, man? I think I took myself out of the credit game for like 7 or 8 years just because I wanted to wait for everything to drop off. You know what I mean? And that was like the lamest decision I ever made in my life. And that's kind of why I went and applied for so many cards, but I did it in such a way that it was spaced out to where it didn't look like I was like fishing for credit. Pretty much everything I applied for except for that Chase, I got approved for. So, this is my last consumer card, and then I'll go into my business credit with you guys. But this is PenFed. Now, this one, I got the idea to apply for this one. This is Pentagon Federal Credit Union. I am not affiliated with the Pentagon. I am not a government employee. So I cannot even tell y'all how I was able to slip through under the radar and get this card. I think I may have had a membership or something like that with somebody. But anyway, I went ahead and signed up with PenFed, got a checking and a savings, and then they ended up offering me a PenFed Gold credit card. And I'm not sure if they offered me the Platinum. I'm really not even sure, but they gave me 3 options. And I remember because I was feeling a little shy about starting at the credit union, I was like, let me not try to be too fancy and get like the highest card. I'll just go for gold and be safe so I could fly under the radar, you know? So that's the only reason I applied for the gold, because I was like, dude, I don't need them to tell me like, we need to see your government papers. Anyway, this was just what I got. So it's a little trifecta. I got a checking and a savings and a credit card with them. And then this one, I believe, I didn't write my limit on it, but I think this one has either 5,000 or 6,000 on it. So basic stuff, you guys. So altogether, I think if you do the math, I have like about $50,000, somewhere between $50,000 and $60,000 in consumer credit that I have available to me at my disposal. I'm not going to use it all though, guys. It's not that serious. Like it's really not. A lot of it is just, like I said, to pad my credit report, which is basically going to help me when I'm going into business credit. Okay. And I do have an installment. I have my Ford Mustang. So that's my installment that I have on my consumer credit side. Now, this card here is going to be a little tricky to show you guys because I actually have my information on the front of it. Y'all act like an old lady when it comes to credit cards. I'm sorry. Oh God. I got to take the stickers off because I don't want y'all seeing my business. You know what? I'm gonna have to just do it this way. Hold up. And for those of y'all that are still here, how many credit cards do you guys have? You know what I mean? I want to know what everybody else is doing out there, because I got, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. I have 10 on the consumer side. So y'all don't be bashful. Nobody knows who you are. So I have 10. Uh-oh. Hypo. I have 10. So I want to know how many that you guys have. And if you have, say 3, you know, is that ideal for you? Like how many do you actually want to have eventually? Let's see. That is great information, heir to the throne. I've seen you somewhere else before. We must listen to the same people, because I've totally seen you before on another channel. So you say PenFed doesn't require you to be government or military affiliated. Thank you for that, because I'm gonna tell you, I was so paranoid and I don't even know why. I felt like, oh my God, I felt like a criminal when I applied for that card or that bank account. But I'm gonna tell you, they asked me for some information and I totally forgot what it was now, because it was quite some time ago. But yeah, it was like they said you had to do something special. So heir to the throne, can anybody apply for that? Or do you have to have some kind of affiliation? Because I felt like they asked me for something. I just can't remember. Oh no, I'm probably just paranoid by nature. You know what I mean? After you've been out of the credit game for like 7, 8 years, like I was back then, yeah, I was paranoid about everything. So, all right, let's see. Okay, Mentor Shelly, you only have 2. What? I would have thought you had like 20,000, girl. But that's cool, Mentor Shelly. So, I mean, obviously they're doing what they need to do for you. So if 2 is where you want to be and it's working for you, I would just say make sure you have some other stuff on your credit. If you only have those 2 cards, like maybe in an installment or something. I don't know if you have a mortgage or something like that, but I mean, 2, that's a little slim, but it's okay. I mean, hey, better that than to have 20,000 cards on there with like $500 limits. So let me see. 6 with 18.5K total. That's cool. Is that Tidre or Tidre? 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 Yeah, thanks for sharing that. That's awesome. All right. And then Skillet 30, 6 primaries, 4 AIs. I might be slow. What's an AI? Do you mean to say AU? Authorized user? Can you tell me about that, Skillet, if you're still here? Do you have authorized users or AI, artificial intelligence? What's an AI? If you could tell me, just let me know. All right. Nice. Okay, that's what I was thinking. I was like, dude, if she only has 2, she probably has some other stuff going on. Okay, that's cool. I always tell people have a good credit mix. Because like I said, if I was a lender, right, and I'm looking at your credit, I would be thinking, okay, it's nice that you have these 2 cards, but I need proof that if I, give you this mortgage or something that's like $1,000. I'm here in California, so I'm gonna say $2,000. If they're gonna give you a mortgage that's like $2,000 a month, I need to know that you can make $2,000 payments consistently, right? I don't really care if you're making $20 payments on a revolving credit card. Like, I need to see that you can handle both types of payments. You know what I mean? That's just the way I see it, but maybe I could be wrong. I don't know. Okay. Thank you, heir to the throne. Okay, so see, I was paranoid and scared for no reason. So anybody can join. Just open a savings or a checking account. Okay, that's good to know. That's real good to know. Oh God, guys, and I hate to be that person, but can you like up the stream? Because I hear that that's something we're supposed to ask you for. So, okay. T Drape. See, I knew. T-Dre. I knew it. I was like, okay, it's either Spanish or it's a real Black name. It's one of the 2. Is it Spanish or is it Black? T-Dre. That's cool. I like that name. Okay. And then AU, sorry, typo. Okay, now that's kind of interesting. You were talking about the with the AUs, because there's 2 schools of thought with AUs, because I really have a feeling that these authorized users, it's good if you want to maybe use it for like a short-term goal kind of thing. But they were talking about it on a live earlier today with another YouTuber. She had a guest on, and I totally understand what they're saying, because it's like, say you get an authorized user account, right? And you're doing it because you're thinking, oh yeah, if I keep this on there, I'm gonna be able to go get a house. I'm gonna be able to do all this cool stuff, right? But it's like, when you think about the underwriter and whoever is gonna like approve that loan, they already are not even considering an authorized user, because they know that game already. So Skillet 30, what's the reason that you got the authorized users? Was it so you could eventually get something big like a home, or you doing business credit, or like what's the story there? Because I'm always curious about why people do the authorized users. You know what I mean? Like what's your method? I'd like to know, if you want to share it, of course. Okay, Haitian. Nice. Okay. Very, very cool. Thank you, Mentor Shelly. Oh, you're so nice, girl. Cause see, look, this is it's so awkward going live, y'all. Like, I'm not even gonna front. It's so much easier to to film yourself and then put it up later, because I could cut it, chop it, and screw it. But right here, no, y'all get to see how awkward I really am. Like, just talking. That's crazy. But Skillet 30, like I said, if you're still here, I totally want to know, because I have a friend that's on one of my credit cards. He's actually on this one here. He's on my gold airline card because it's a $10,000 line. But when you really think about it, like I did it just so he could pad his credit report. He kind of thought it was going to help him get a house, but I'm like, nah, bro, it's not going to help you get a house. It's going to help you maybe go get some other credit card if you want it. It's just going to help you look like you have more credit than you really do. That's about it. Because obviously I didn't give him the card. You know what I mean? But yeah, I did it for a friend. But I mean, I hope he doesn't think he's going to get something major from it other than a score boost. That's about all he's going to get. Okay, as far as what we're talking about today, like I said, I have those cards. I'm sitting at a cool 773 right now. And that's really give or take because your credit score is always different across different bureaus, as you guys know. So that's about an average for me. So I'm pretty much in one of those spots where, yes, I could apply for certain things, but there's also other things that right now I'm not going to qualify for. Case in point, when I was going to show you guys these cards, I'm going to just block out the information. Just trust me that what I say is behind this. This is my city. This is my city platinum business card. So it's a city business platinum select. Now this one I talked about in my business credit video. This was my first business line of credit ever, you guys, because I mean, am I showing y'all? I think I'm showing y'all too much business. Anyway, yeah. So that one, I think it has like 7 or 8,000. I'm not too sure. It might be 75. Anyway, that one I got from Citibank, and I got it again because that's a travel card. And the other reason I got it is because I want to build business credit, right? That's what I want to do. And this one is a little different than the other business card I got, and I will tell you how. If anybody in here is a small business owner, I'm going to tell you, they're going to run your personal credit. So don't think you're going to start getting business credit without having to either personal guarantee or run your credit, your personal credit. So that's why I talk about it, because I'm not really super well versed in business credit because I'm just getting started in it. But I could tell you for sure, if you go into business credit acting like a cheapskate, and I hate to say it that way, but like if you go in acting like a cheapskate, like you're never going to have to pony up the cash, you're not going to make it very far. Okay. This one I got lucky, but it was only because I let them run my personal credit. That was it. Okay. So that's the one I have. And then my other business credit card, I guess I don't have to block anything out on this one. This one is strictly under my business name altogether. And this is a Chevron, and I got this with WEX. And the reason I got Chevron again is because I only apply for stuff that is specific to my needs, right? And for my business needs, I don't need something like a net 30, like a what is it, Uline or Sam's Club or whatever they tell y'all to do with that. It's a shopping cart trick they tell y'all with one of those vendors. I don't even retain that stuff in my head because it's that dumb. Like I don't use those kinds of tricks, right? I think that if you're going to go into business credit, you need to do it legit. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, like I said, when the person came under my comments the other day, getting smart with me, saying that I sounded like a scammer, it's like, bro, you could think I'm scamming all day, every day, but you could totally find us on the internet. So that's not a problem. You know what I mean? Check my Secretary of State in California. We're not scammers. That's the whole thing. But yeah. Anyway, I got this one under my business because I like gas. I like to get gas because I love my car. If y'all saw one of my other videos, you know what kind of car I have and I love it. And I've only ever used Chevron gas, not even kidding, for at least the last, I think, 7 or 8 years. I will not put anything else in my car. Don't take me to Arco. Don't take me to Shell. Don't take me anywhere else. If you take me anywhere else other than Chevron, we are not friends. Okay. I don't know. I love Chevron with Techron. It is what it is. But anyway, with this card, they ran I'm guessing they ran my tax ID or something, because I never got a hit on my credit report when I applied for this. And I only put my my business information in when they did it. But here's the kicker. When they gave it to me, it is guaranteed, but it's guaranteed through my business. So what they did when I applied was they said, hey, your company doesn't really have enough of a business record as far as like having the this card with, I think it's Experian, this one reports to. They said, hey, you don't really have enough. So what we need you to do first is you do have to put money on this card. So I called their customer service and asked them, hey, are you going to be putting this on as me, the individual, Victoria? Like, are you making Victoria put this money on here as Victoria's like personal guarantee? And they're like, no, it's the personal guarantee of Premier Excellence LLC. That's the LLC. That's my parent company for my credit repair company, just so y'all know. So yeah, they were like, hey, all right, this is going under Premier Excellence LLC. This is not going under Victoria government name. They didn't put it under that. So I thought that was really cool. So yes, this one is guaranteed by my company. And the way it's going to work is they said after 12 months, they're going to obviously give me the money back. And then based on the usage, they're going to extend the credit line. So I put $1,000 on this, just so y'all know. So it's $1,000 because I don't think I'm going to need more than $1,000 in gas every month, because I'm in California. We're really not driving around a whole lot. We're just working, a lot of us were working from home because the office that I was using, it's been closed for over a year. So at the end of the day, it's not much we could do here in California. But anyway, that's what's in my wallet, you guys. The business side, I will be honest, is looking a little thin. It's a little thin for my taste, but that's really the next part of my credit journey. I just wanted to hop on here with you guys to let you know it doesn't matter where you are in your journey. Do not hop on somebody's YouTube channel that's telling you about all these fancy credit cards, thinking that you have to go that route. You don't have to go that route, okay? Like I said, I have a credit repair company in California, and I don't even have all that stuff that those people are talking about you need to get. So figure out in your credit journey, are you trying to clout chase? Are you doing it for status? Why do you need to have an American Express Platinum or Gold or Green? Why do you need it? Why do you need it? Because at the end of the day, I'm not a Brian Jung. I'm pretty sure the dude is great. I'm not Brian Jung, so I'm not going to apply for the stuff Brian Jung tells me to apply for. I'm not going to do it. I love Credit Shifu, but I'm not Credit Shifu. He's been doing stuff for years. I'm not in a situation where I'm going to run around and just try to apply for cards just because. So I don't want you guys to get caught up in that cycle of what these people are doing. They're doing it for views. Yes, they're doing it for likes. And yes, they're doing it because they're getting paid by affiliation, not knocking their hustle, because there's certain things that I get paid to do. You know what I mean? But it's like at the end of the day, you're wrecking your credit by basically just trying to chase what these people are telling you to do when you don't even know those people behind the scenes, right? So that's why I wanted to share with you what's in my wallet so you could see there's way more basic people out there like me. I'm not afraid to call myself basic. I'm not afraid to say I'm basic when it comes to credit. And I do think that you should be that way, because you're going to get a lot further if you take that conservative approach with credit versus trying to be flashy and trying to get all of the high lines of credit, the stuff that you can't pay for. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, what do you need a $10,000 line of credit for when all you do is go to the grocery store? You know what I mean? Like, you don't need that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need it. For me at the time, I really did it kind of for two reasons, really, because I knew I was going to be making a lot of purchases, as far as like, computers and junk like that. Like, I knew I was going to have to do that. But the other reason that I did it was because I was like, dude, they're going to get really shady with how they're going to be distributing credit this year. So I better jump ahead of the ball, and the only thing I regret is not going live and telling people that sooner last year. I totally should have started my channel quicker and got out there and told you guys. But anyway, yeah, that was part of the reason I did it. And I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all can tell I like to ramble. Yes, Mentor Shelley, it is important to be sensible because, like I said, a lot of people get stuck in the YouTube like sphere where because of the way that YouTube throws information out at you, it just gives you video after video after video after video. And you start to really think that what these people are doing in these videos is what you should be doing for yourself. And the one thing I'm going to stress to you, if you work with me and work with my company, even if you book just a consultation with me, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm always going to keep the information I give to you specific to you. It's going to be specific to you. I'm not going to tell you to do exactly what I did if your situation is not like what my situation is, right? Think about it. If you have a whole bunch of student loan debt and you come to my company and you sign up, I'm not treating your credit repair approach like I would my own. I've never had student loan debt. I've only had credit card debt. So how is my advice to you going to be the same as what I did? No. So I'm saying that because I don't want you to go to each channel thinking that those situations apply to you. You know what I'm saying? They're not giving you information specific to your situation. They're giving you information like a commercial. They're just throwing it out there, and whoever catches it and decides to go apply for those cards, best of luck to you, because that person that recommended it to you is getting a kickback for that. And some people hate the word kickback, but whatever. They're getting paid for you to go apply and put their code in. That's what's happening. So I want you to be aware of stuff like that, right? So even if I promote something to you, I'm not sure how like YouTube has us do it, but if I promote anything to you that's related to my business, you're contributing to my business, right? But like I said, sometimes these credit card videos and these people that kick it to you, they make it seem like they're not getting a payoff by doing it, but they totally are. So that's why I say you as the consumer, you need to be more savvy. I want to be the person to help you become more savvy. And again, thank you guys for coming through. And just listening to me ramble. I was totally dependent on thinking I was just going to be doing this by myself all night. So I'm glad that a few of y'all came through, and I appreciate it. And I promise y'all the streams will definitely get better. I totally just had to get on and get past that nerve of going live. I was very nervous to do this tonight, and I'm so glad that I did. And I just hope that it grows, because as I keep doing this, it will get better. So let me know what topics you guys want to talk about going forward. And if I ever see something interesting, I will bring it to you. Tonight, I just wanted to talk about my wallet and what's in my wallet. That's what I wanted to do. All right. I thank you guys for checking it out. And Mentor Shelly, if you're still there, I want you to tell our teacher that I finally went live. Okay, girl, you got to tell her. You have to tell her that I had the nerve to go live and just ramble and be silly. But anyway, thank you guys for coming through. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to keep the stream up because I honestly feel like I'll get better as the streams go. So again, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you want to have a consultation, the website's been going down there all night. And yeah, that's really it. Didn't really have an outro planned, but thank you for coming by. I totally appreciate you guys. And thank you for not throwing tomatoes and booing me off stage. All right. I will catch you guys on the next one, and have a great Saturday night, you guys. Credit Solutionist out.